And now, coming to you live and local. Using Dragon Pride, this is SGHS Sports Stream. Powered by Wirecast. Sponsored by Dwayne Doza's Auto Body and Auto Sales. And Ciro's, and exclusively brought to you by St. Genevieve High School.
All right, welcome to today's game. And today we have St. Genevieve is hosting the North County Raiders. Coming into today's game, looking at today's stats for both teams, St. Gen is 4-7 on the season coming in tonight on their home game. They're 1-5 at home and 3-2 away. They're taking on a very tough North County Raiders team who is 11-3 right now. They have 6-1 on the home record, 4-2 away. And they're averaging 7.3 runs a game, only allowing 3.4 runs. Where St. Gen, on the other hand, is averaging about 6.5 runs a game and then allowing 8.7. So St. Gen's going to have their work cut out for them today in order to compete with this team. Looking at their matchup record right now, their all-time record, they've played 24 times together. Both teams have split. So St. Gen's won 12 against North County, and North County's won 12. So somebody will take the lead here as St. Gen lost last game against them on the 17th of 2025. Looking at the starting lineups for today's teams, basically we have for St. Genevieve, in the number 1 spot will be Johnson, number 2 Hill, number 3 Willett, number 4 Bird, number 5 Wybrick, number 6 Bowman, number 7 Woke, and number 8 Sutton. Bennett will be playing third today with Sutton pitching. On the other side of the field, we've got Noah Lindsay will be starting off playing second base for North County. Zach Medor will be catching in the number 2 spot. Maddox Bosler will be playing first base. Number 4 Jackson Sherfius is center field. And number 5 Will Weeble is the DH. Number 6 Connor Klein is the right fielder. Number 7 Kendrick Simon is the shortstop. Number 8, Kaysen Moore is the third baseman. And number 9, batting in the 9th spot, is Kyle Strahan, who's the pitcher. Not hitting, but being pinch hit for, or I should say DH for, is Jackson Hahn playing left field. Looking at our field with the baseball right now, with Sutton on the mound, we've got Johnson playing second base and Hill at shortstop, Willett in center field, Bird catching today with Wybrick at first base, Bowman in right field, Woke is in left field, and Bennett is third base. So they're switching things around today for the players as they are moving positions based on who the pitcher is and where we could get for the catcher. With me today is Gabe DiMarcurio. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Pretty good, man. This your first outing for us?
Yes, sir.
How you feel?
Pretty excited. Nothing new to any live streams. I'm excited to be here today and watch this game.
Outstanding, man. Well, all in all, not much wind today. We had a little bit of weather this morning and then followed by wind, but it blew itself out. It's pretty hot out. I would say it's pretty close to 88, 89, I'd say right now. Little humidity. There's a little bit of wind blowing out to right center, but for the most part, it's been pretty dead and a lot of sun. We've seen a little bit of cloud cover coming in and out, but overall, it's a beautiful, warm day for a baseball game, and everybody should be heated up and ready to go. St. Gen on the mound right now, looking to try and get 3 up, 3 down to start the first inning. So as we get ready to play, top of the first batter for North County is Lindsay, the second baseman. First pitch high, ball 1. Sutton easily the number 1 pitcher right now for St. Gen. He's got the best arm and the most innings pitched. Comes back with a fastball, swing and a miss. Strike. So the count goes 1-1. No outs here. Team's playing even up right now, and that ball's tipped to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly, throws good, and that'll be out number 1. for St. Gen. So nice job there by the shortstop. Hill, the freshman, able to throw the leadoff runner on, and that brings up number 4, Zach Metter. He's the catcher. Looks like he's batting lefty here, so he might switch hit. Who knows? But batting from the left side, or right side, I should say. Or I should say left side, being lefty. Sutton with a windup at the pitch. Nice curveball. Kept the ball low, too. Looked like a split fastball. So he starts off 0-1 as Sutton gets ahead of the batter. Loader digs in here. See if Metter can. He swings away, fouls it off, falls down in the count. 0-2.
Out of the field.
So Sutton gets ahead of the batter, 0-2 with 1 out. As North County's looking to try and get someone on. Sutton from the windup in the pitch. Ball's fought off again by the number 2 hitter. Out of play. And the count stays 0-2. So pitcher's delight here with an 0-2 count, and it doesn't have to be too sweet. See if Sutton tries to get him to chase upstairs or out in the dirt. The pitch up high, and about chest level, just misses, and that's ball 1. So the count goes to 1-2 in favor of Sutton, who's ahead right now. 1 down in the delivery. Nice pitch. Wow, he must have just missed the corner there. Good slider. So the count goes to 2-2 with deuces on the board. Metter trying to reach here. Takes the first 2. Let's see what he does here. Hits this one up in the air. It's going to be playable.
That is out.
Nice job by the third baseman, Bennett, who hunts that down, and that'll be out number 2.
Number 11, Maddox Bosler.
So Maddox Bosler, the number 3 hitter for North County, steps up. And again, he hits from the left side, so 2 lefties in a row. As Sutton settles down, comes the windup. Nice pitch. And strike 1. So at least in the first inning, Sutton's got control of his pitches. He's keeping them down, and he's keeping them right in the zone. He's not overextending, and he's not overthrowing here. Sutton releases. Ball in the dirt, couldn't get him to chase. That'll be ball 1. On the windup in the pitch, ball's fouled away. Sutton gets ahead again. 1-2 count. So with 2 outs, top of the first, 1-2 count. Sutton's in pretty good control of his fastball right now. And he gets him to swing.
Fouled it out of the park again.
So Bosler fights it off. Looking to try and get on for North County. Sutton has other ideas. Playing around the glove, he gets to pick. Couldn't get him to chase outside, ball 2. So deuces wild on the board with 2 outs. Sutton tries to throw something in there. This ball's hit to left field. It's going to tail, and it's going to fall. One-handed grab by the left fielder. He gets it in really quick and hits the second baseman. And nice job by the left fielder getting that ball in. So Walk is able to get it in.
Number 2, Jackson Sherkus.
Brody not wasting any time. One hands it, gets it in to Dom over at second base. And North County has a man at first with 2 outs, and that brings up the number 4 hitter. Usually their more dangerous hitter, and that's Sherfius, the center fielder. Sherfius, pretty tall guy. Not hard to find a strike zone on him. Let's see what Sutton does. Sutton comes off, little throw back to first, and he loses it. He doesn't know where it's at, and that'll be an error. I couldn't tell if that was on Sutton or the first baseman here. But he'll reach over to second, and that gives Sherfius an opportunity at an RBI with a base hit. The runner, Bosler, obviously will take off running on contact unless the ball's right in front of him. Count's still 0-0 here, 2 outs. Sutton delivers. Nice pitch, knee high, strike one. So good job with Sutton dialing up the strike on the first pitch today so far on the first 4 batters. Sutton comes set. The delivery and a swing and a miss by Scherfius. You could feel the wind up here from it, and that's an 0-2 count. You got to be thinking, Gabe, if you're the batter right now, to shorten up your swing, try to take the ball to the right side, give your runner a chance to score here by going to the right side. The delivery, and he's doing just that. He goes to right center. It's going to fall and get behind the center fielder, and he may go for 3, and he is. Dom's going to throw, and that's going to be late, and it's going to go into the dugout, and that's going to be an in-the-park score, as St. Gen, with multiple errors all over the place, throwing errors galore, allow North County to score after starting off 0-2 with 2 outs. Definitely not the way you want to start this off, and totally preventable, unfortunately. So base hit by Scherfius into center field, gets behind the center fielder. Right fielder, good backup, throws it in. Dom throws it, and it's muffed by the third baseman into the dugout. And we got a 2-0 game here.
If there's one thing I've ever noticed, Banks, is that this team has a lot of lefties.
Yes, they do. Well, at least they got a lot of guys who can hit from the left side. So Will Weibel up the DH. He's a lefty here. And he drives one to the second baseman. Dom, nice easy field, and throws him out, but not before the damage is done. And you can see the frustration in Sutton's face at that. And there's nothing that young man can do about that in that situation. So now we're going to head to the bottom of the first. St. Gen trailing by 2. We'll be back in a moment.
At Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales, you're more than just a customer. You're family. Locally owned and proudly serving our community, we specialize in collision repair, paint work, and quality used vehicles you can trust. Honest pricing, friendly service, and craftsmanship you'll notice. Stop by today and see why locals choose Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales. Contact them at 573-883-9996.
You're watching the SGHS Sports Stream, brought to you by Ciro's Family Restaurant. For over 30 years, Ciro's has been serving the best pizza, pasta, and suds in St. Genevieve. Grab a table, sit outside, or pre-order for curbside pickup. Ciro's Family Restaurant, downtown, St. Gen's oldest family restaurant and a proud sponsor of SGHS Sports. Click on the QR code or go online to check out their updated menu at cirosrestaurant.com/menus.
All right, we're back. Start the bottom of the first. St. Gen's going to take a shot here offensively and see what they can do to start the beginning of the game off. They're going against the pitcher, Strahan, it looks like. Or Strawn. It looks like Strahan. Hopefully we'll pronounce it right here. Strahan, the righty, number 3 up on the mound. Dom batting today. Leads off for St. Gen. Johnson batting .235 as the leadoff. He's been walked 10 times, so he's no stranger to getting on base. And he takes a first pitch strike. Followed up with another fastball, strike 2. So 0-2 count. Good start here by Strahan, North County pitcher. Wind up in the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's
that North County pitcher sure does have an arm.
Yeah, he's got a quick throw and a nice little rubber band arm here.
Number 14, Connor Hill.
Next up, we have Connor Hill. I've never seen Connor play.
Hill batting .294 is one of the best hitters on the team right now. As he starts off with a slider, first pitch strike.
Looks like he's got a little competition here with this picture.
Ball 2. So count goes 1-1 with 1 out. Hill looking to reach here to help St. Gen out as they need a duck on the pond. And a swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 2. We'll see if Strahan's found his kryptonite here as he struggles a little bit with that curveball. If he sits back and lets it go, look to go the right side, he might be all right here. And that ball's outside. Deuces are wild on the board, 2-2 with 1 out. And a swing and a miss on a curveball, strike 3. So Strahan retires 2. And that brings up number 21, Noah Willett, center fielder.
Now batting number 21, Noah Willett.
So Willett batting .333 right now. Looking to try and reach as St. Gen needs a runner. First pitch strike down the middle. And Strahan just goes right after him. And he looks like he likes to throw strikes, keeps his curveball low and down. And that ball is fouled off to the right side. And it's strike 2. Strahan getting ahead of the count, 0-2 here against Willett with 2 outs, bottom of the first, trailing by 2. And ball's outside, ball 1. So Strahan can't get Willett to chase, and the count goes to 1-2. Willett hits the ball off home plate. It's going to be a tough one. Might be able to leg it out.
And he made it to
does.
first base.
So that'll go down as a hit. No errors caused as he drove the ball straight into home plate and had one of those big long bounces. Shortstop came up hard, cleanly fielded it, just couldn't
Up to bat, number 2,
throw Willett out. With
Jeremiah
Willett
Bird.
with the little wheels here. Bird comes up to the plate now. Bird catching today. And he's batting in the number 4 spot. Bird batting .360 right now for St. Gen. Got 9 RBIs. Looking to try and add one here. If he could drive one to the fence. Willett's got the wheels. He might be able to run all the way around and score. Counts 0-0 with 2 outs. Strahan delivers. Ball low. So the count 1-0. Bird can kind of relax and sit on something here. Willett with a little lead over there, over at first. He dives back as pitcher keeping him honest over there. Bird digs in at home plate. The pitch, nice pitch. So Strahan gets back in the count, 1-1 with 2 outs. If you're just tuning in, St. Gen trailing by 2. With 2 outs in the top of the first, a couple of miskeyed errors, and North County was able to capitalize. So Willett over there working the pitcher back and forth. He comes set this time to the mound. Ball's hit to right side, easily fielded by the first baseman, and that'll be out number 3. So St. Gen strands 1 as we go to the top of the second. St. Gen trailing by 2. We'll be back in a moment.
It takes a community to build a great team, and that's why we are so proud to partner with Ciro's Family Restaurant, a downtown tradition for over 30 years. Ciro's is the perfect place to celebrate a win or just grab a great meal. From their famous pizzas to fantastic pasta and savory sandwiches, they've got all the fuel you need to get loud for the Dragons. Dine in, outdoor seating, or curbside pickup, however you want it. Ciro's delivers. Ciro's Family Restaurant, our sponsor and your spot for great food. Click on the QR code or go online to check. Located right here in St. Genevieve, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales is a trusted name when it comes to keeping your vehicle looking and running its best. Known throughout the community for quality work and reliable service, Dwayne Doza and his team specialize in auto body repair, helping restore vehicles after accidents and bringing them back to life with expert care and attention to detail. But it doesn't stop there. At Dwayne Doza Auto Sales, you can also find a selection of dependable used vehicles, giving customers a chance to find the right car at the right price. What really sets them apart is their commitment to customers. With honest service, strong local roots, and years of experience, they've built a reputation people in St. Genevieve can count on. Whether you need repairs or you're searching for your next vehicle, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales is ready to help. Stop by and see why it's a go-to spot for drivers in the area.
All right, coming back into start the top of the second. St. Gen trailing by 2 as North County leading by 2 comes up. That'll bring up number 22, Connor Klein, the right fielder. So Gabe, we'll see how Sutton responds here after that little meltdown in the top of the first. See if he can get back on top. He was doing fine, starting each batter off with strikes.
As long as they can keep themselves motivated, I'm pretty sure he can.
And that's a swing and a foul ball, strike 1. So he gets ahead here with Klein from the windup, and Klein fouls it away, and Sutton gets ahead 0-2 in the count. So Sutton up. We'll see if he can either throw him a chair or get a ground ball out here. The delivery, swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and that'll be a K. So Sutton retires Klein. And that'll bring up number 9, Kendrick Simmon, the shortstop. Fouled back, first pitch, strike 1. So Sutton continues to get ahead here as he's got pretty good control of his fastball. The delivery, that ball is hit to the third baseman. He's not going to field it. Shortstop's going to get it. It's a long throw, and it's not going to happen. And that'll be a base hit there as he is able to outrun that throw. So Bennett pulled off, gave it to the shortstop, and it's just too long of a throw from way over there and not hard enough hit. And that'll be a base hit. And with 1 out, North County has 1 on the board. And that brings up Kason Moore, the third baseman, number 8 hitter. Ball up high, first pitch. Thinking maybe Simon might steal. Would have been a good one to throw out to. So Simon leads away from first as Moore, the third baseman, fouls one off, and the count goes to 1-1. Pretty aggressive North County team. They swing away at pitches. They don't get cheated. So Simon leads away from first. Sutton from the stretch. Looks it back. A little quick snap, nothing there. This might be a good time for a hit and run with a 1-1 count. Sutton comes set. The delivery. Ball up and behind. Good catch by Bird, stopping the ball. And the count will go to 2-1 with 1 out. Quick snap back from Sutton. Nice pitch. Good curveball. Got him caught in between wanting to go and not. So Sutton dials up a curveball. Count goes to 2-2 with 1 out. Deuce is Wild on the board, down by 2. St. Gen looking for maybe a double play here. And that ball's hit hard on the knots, and it's going to go to center field. Runner's going to stay put at second, so we got first and second with 1 out, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, the pitcher, Strahan.
Number 3, Kyle Strawn.
I guess they called him Strawn, not Strahan. So we'll go with Strawn. Strawn, the pitcher here, looking to help his cause with 2 men on the board, or 2 men, I'm sorry, on the base path. Sutton comes set and he throws, ball high. And the count goes to 1-0 with 1 out. Force play at third, second, or first here. Some kind of fielder's delight. Sutton, quick snap back, and they almost had him. As Simon almost gets picked off at second base. Nice move there.
Every second always counts.
Yeah, just missed it, just a step more. So Strawn, with a 1-0 count, could be choosy with his pitch. He looks to bunt, pulls back, and almost got hit. He didn't take it. He got out of the way. And Coach Dunsey was asking, but he dodged away from it. Sutton goes to 2-0 here with 1 out. Sutton has a 4.667 ERA, and that's a hit right up the middle. There's going to be a play at the plate. There's a throw. It's stopped. They've got a man caught between third and second. It's a hang-up, and they're just going to run him back.
And out.
But not before Strawn makes it to second. So nice job by North County getting the mix match. They score on the single to center field. And the little distraction there with the runner overrunning second base allows Strawn to get to second. So now 2 outs, man at second. And that brings up your leadoff hitter, number 1, Noah Lindsay, the second baseman.
Up to bat, number 1, Noah Lindsay.
So the pitcher helping his cause picks up an RBI. And the score is 3-0. Top of the first, 2 outs. The delivery. That ball's hit to second base. It's going to be flagged easy by Dom. Quick throw, and he's out. We're out of the inning. But not before North County scores another one. As we go to the bottom of the second, North County leading 3-0. St. Gen will see if they can answer the call. We'll be back after this.
At Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales, you're more than just a customer. You're family. Locally owned and proudly serving our community, we specialize in collision repair, paint work, and quality used vehicles you can trust. Honest pricing, friendly service, and craftsmanship you'll notice. Stop by today and see why locals choose Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales. Contact them at 573-883-9996.
All right, returning back to the game. St. Gen trailing by 3. So Jet Weibert up at the plate here. Weibert batting .333 on the base path, looking to kind of get on here and get something started for St. Gen. And Strawn throws two balls to start off. Weibert Wybrick now sitting 2-0, can sit back and swing at something hard if he wants it, or let it go.
Strawn and Sutton sure do have quite some competition.
And there's a nice hit ball by Wybrick. He's got a shot, but he's not going to outrun that. Nice play by the shortstop as he's able to flag it down and throw out Wybrick, and that's out number 1.
Number 34, Sawyer Bowman.
So Bowman, the right fielder, up. Batting in the 6th spot. Strawn, nice curveball there. Keeps it down and away. The delivery. And that ball's up high, but not after Bowman goes after it and misses. That's strike 2. So Strawn gets ahead of the count here. 0-2 right off the bat. With 1 out. Throws a curveball. Bowman doesn't chase. Bowman batting 280 right now. Looking to reach here on any way he can. And that ball's on the outside corner, knee high, strike 3. So Strawn catches the corner, sends Bowman the chair. That's out number 2.
Now batting number 15, Brody Wolf.
So Brody Wolk will take a step to the plate, the left fielder. First pitch is swung on and fouled. Strike 1. Brody Wolk right now batting 200, looking to try and pick up a hit for himself. They might get it right there as he finds the wickets in between 2nd and 3rd. And that'll be a single with 2 outs. So St. Gen gets a base runner, and that brings up the pitcher, Maddox Sutton.
Number 4, Maddox Sutton.
Sutton batting 375, and they've got him hitting in the 8-hole today. So maybe going to get a number of fastballs, what they need. Brody leads away, and that first ball's low. Brody has some wheels, so look to see him run a little. That ball's on the ground, he may go. And Strawn just checks him back. Sutton awaits the pitch, 1-0 count, 2 outs. Nice pitch, knee high right down the middle, just fouled it off and missed. Wind started to pick up just a little bit, blowing straight out to dead center. So if Sutton can make some serious contact here, send it out to left center, that ball may carry. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Curveball on the outside. Sutton will not chase. They appeal to the umpire, and he says no, he kept back, so it's 2-1. 2 outs as he checks Wolk over there at first. Strawn comes set. The delivery, nice pitch. Belt high, just missed on the outside half. So the count's 3-1. Sutton can sit back here and drive something if he likes it. And he can lay off and go to a 3-2 count. Wolk gets the lead. The delivery, and he took it. The count goes to 3-2. So 3-2, full count, 2 outs. Something's got to give. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. And St. Gen with men at 2nd and 1st. That brings up Eli Bennett. Bennett, the number 9 hitter. Playing 3rd base today. Bennett batting 182.
Up to bat number 30, Eli Bennett.
Bennett with 4 RBIs on the season, looking to maybe get one here. He's got 6 walks, so he is a patient hitter. So 1st and 2nd, as Strawn comes from the stretch. Looks Volk over there at second. The delivery, curveball in the dirt, ball one. So you can tell the pitcher's really working that outside half. Counts 1-0. Bennett could sit on a fastball. He gets it, but it's outside, ball two. So with a 2-0 count, you got to wonder, is McDaniel going to have him take it, or is he going to let him swing away? I would say since it's early in the game, swing away, gets a fastball and drives it somewhere. Let's see what happens. Ducks on the pond, 2 outs. The delivery in the dirt, and that's going to go. Oh, and Brody had a chance, but hesitated twice. So he'll stay at second base. That could have been big for St. Gen. With a 3-0 count, Bennett looking to take here. The delivery, strike. So the count goes to 3-1 with 2 outs. Bennett can still be very choosy here. Sit on a fastball and drive it. Strong gets the sign. Comes set. Looks to come home. And Bennett's going to chunk it off back to the pitcher off the plate.
And
that'll be out number 3.
out.
And it's not the best swing you want to get on a 3-1 count with 2 men on. And that'll end the inning. So St. Gen got 2 goose eggs on the board here in first, second inning. We'll go to the top of the third with North County leading. We'll be back in a moment.
At Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales, you're more than just a customer. You're family. Locally owned and proudly serving our community, we specialize in collision repair, paint work, and quality used vehicles you can trust. Honest pricing, friendly service, and craftsmanship you'll notice. Stop by today and see why locals choose Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales. Contact them at 573-883-9996.
All right, back to the top of the third. So setting on from the windup here. Throws one down. It's chunked there by Medor. And a bad throw by Dom, and that's going to go past the first baseman, and he'll reach on an error. And with Medor on first base and reaches on an error, they're going to pinch run for him. They bring in number 15.
Number 11, Maddox.
Noah Abishan. Abishan will be the pinch runner. And number 11, Maddox Bosler, the number 3 hitter, first baseman, steps to the plate. So with no outs, down by 3. Sutton going to try to pitch himself out of this here. The delivery, nice curveball, strike 1. It's got to be frustrating as a pitcher to roll a pitch that should be an out and get you out of there, and instead it turns into more opportunities for you to stay up there and throw to more batters.
Yeah, very much so.
So that ball's inside. Count goes to 1-1 with no outs. We'll see what Coach Dunsey calls up over there from third base. Dunsey, an ex-D1 player over at Murray State. I think he's been coaching now for 12 years. The delivery, nice pitch. Belt high curveball, and that'll be strike 2. So 1-2 count with no outs. Normally, Gabe, you'd probably bunt in this situation when you have a man on first, but when it's your number 3 hitter, your 3 or 4 hitter, your best hitters, you want them to swing away. The delivery, but he drives this one to right field, and that's going to stay right on the line, and he's going to get extra bases.
They
get it in.
It would have went out.
They're going to attempt to get him at third. Nice throw, and they got him at third, but not before North County scores as Maddox Bosler hits himself a double and then gets thrown out attempting to try to get to third base, but not before he gets an RBI as Zach Medor, the catcher, scores, and that brings up the number 4 hitter, Scherfius, the center fielder. So with 1 out, Scherfius comes to the plate.
Score is still 4-0.
Sutton can come back from the windup, the delivery, and he gets him to chase a little bit and dig as he chunks it out to right field. Well, he went out of bounds. And the count goes to 1-1. So 1-1 with 1 out. Scherfius at the plate and had him off base swinging. Ball high, he's not going to get him to chase. And the count goes to 2-1. North County up by 4. Nice pitch there by Sutton. It's fouled back, and the count goes to 2-2. So deuce is wild here for Sutton, who's feeling a little stressed out from some of the play from the team. Shaking it off. He gets his pitch, and the windup, the delivery. Curveball fouled straight back. So deuce is wild on the board, 1 out. Trailing by 4, and it is the top of the third. A little chop shop there to third. Bennett's going to miss it. And that'll be an error on the third baseman. And Scherfius reaches over at first. And St. Gen struggling right now defensively as Sutton looking a little deflated there on the mound. And not much that young man can do as Coach McDaniel calls a quick timeout and brings his infield in to talk to him. No doubt he's probably going to discuss the issues that's going on here with their fielding. One thing about it, baseball's a mental game. You miss a few here, and next thing you know, you lose a little confidence, and then all of a sudden what you need, that little extra, boost of energy and confidence helps you through a play. That'll set you back. So with the wind blowing straight out to center field and 1 out, down by 4 and a man on, the number 5 hitter is going to come to the plate here for North County. That's Will Weevil, the DH. Weevil batting from the left side. Looking to try and pull this ball and maybe get it through so Scherfius can get to third.
Let's see if they switch up plans here a little bit.
Well, McDaniel had his conversation. We'll see if he can gain a little support from the players out there. So Scherfius leads away. Pretty aggressive look. Sutton looks him in. He's going, and that's going to be a pass ball. And Scherfius is going to reach over to second base. So with 1 out, Weeble digs in here at the plate, looking to try and drive one. The count's 1-0. He can sit on something here. The delivery. Ball's topped off the top. It's going to be flagged by the first baseman.
And
And he's going to miss first base, but then he's going to get the plate at home plate. So Sutton running over there is not on first base when he catches the ball from the first baseman, misses the tag with his foot on first. Weeble's going to be safe over there.
Number 22, Connor Klein.
Sherfy tries to score from second and is thrown out. And that's out number 2. So nice job by Dragons seeing that. Pretty aggressive call there for North County. They are not afraid to push. And that ball swung on and fouled hard to the left side. Strike 1. St. Gen trailing by 4. Sutton doing a good job on the mound for the most part. Just not getting a lot of help from the defense. And it's going to be like a hit and run. Behind the batter, Dom fields cleanly, throws it to first, and that's out number 3. But not before another run on the board as the score goes to 4-0. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd here in a minute. We'll be back.
It takes a community to build a great team, and that's why we are so proud to partner with Ciro's Family Restaurant, a downtown tradition for over 30 years. Ciro's is the perfect place to celebrate a win or just grab a great meal. From their famous pizzas to fantastic pasta and savory sandwiches, they've got all the fuel you need to get loud for the Dragons. Dine in, outdoor seating, or curbside pickup, however you want it. Ciro's delivers. Ciro's Family Restaurant, our sponsor and your spot for great food. Click on the QR code or go online to check out their updated menu at cirosrestaurant.com/menus.
You're watching SGHS Sports Stream, home of the Dragons. Anytime you see the commercial, scan the QR code and subscribe on your YouTube today. You can join us on our website by going to sgdragons.org, and we got an icon on the home page that says Sports Stream in the middle of it, or to the right on your phone or your computer. Click there, and that'll take you to our website. You'll see all sorts of opportunities to read on articles that we've written about our athletes, pictures of our athletes during the season, blogs, podcasts, and live broadcasts. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like us, our broadcast, why don't you subscribe? Catch some of the St. Genevieve fever we got going. So the first pitch for North County's a ball is Dom, the leadoff. It's back at the plate, looking to get on. Swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-1. Dom looking to reach here. Struck out last time up. Nice cut there by Dom. Misses, and the count goes to 1-2. No outs here. Johnson batting .235. Lays off that pitch. He's got 10 walks on the season. They could use one now, and that's ball 3. So Dom working the count. Back to 3-2 with no outs. St. Gen desperately needs a leadoff. The payoff pitch. And that ball's high, and Dom will reach on a walk. Dom with 2 stolen bases this season.
Number 14, Connor Hill.
And that brings up Connor Hill. Hill struck out last time he was up. And Hill, batting .294, has 5 RBIs on the season. Dom leads away over there first. And that ball's hit hard up in the air. And it's going to float a little bit to the right field shallow. Easy pickings there by the right fielder, and that's out number 1. So first pitch upstairs. He went for it, drove it straight back upstairs, and that's out number 1. So that brings up Noah Willett. Willett batting .333 with 7 RBIs on the season. And St. Gen could use his bat right now. So with a man on first with 1 out, Strawn, the pitcher, comes set. Quick pitch back, and that's going to float. Dom's going to try to advance. There's going to be a throw,
He made it to base 2 successfully.
Yeah. Well, Dom with an awkward slide, didn't know whether he should slide or stand up and went halfway, and it almost looked like he just ran and sat on his knees and slid in. So Dom will reach third base on an error pitch by the pitcher. The count's 0-0 with 1 out. This is St. John's best opportunity to score, and that'll be a hit up the middle.
Good
We'll see if they're
hit.
going to send him, and they're going to hold
And-
off as the center fielder has a really good arm, and Dom would have been thrown out. Great piece of hitting there. And nice job by Noah Willett picking up a base hit. So you've got runners on the corners with 1 out. And Bird, the number 3 hitter today, or number 4 hitter today, looking to try and do something here. Bird with 9 RBIs, batting .360, has a big opportunity. We're going to see what Coach McDaniel has going here.
They're for sure playing more aggressively.
With an 0 count, there's a good chance he may start off with a fastball. And hit and run might work. We're going to find out. He could sacrifice bunt. Bird's been known to lay one down here or there. Strong goes home. Strike outside half, knee level. So on the corners. Count goes to 0-1 with 1 out. And this is opportunity. Probably get a curveball. Oh, he got him. And Willett caught napping over there at first. Gets thrown out. And a base running mistake that's huge. And now 2 outs. The count's 0-1. And now they're going to need Bird to hit the ball in order to get Johnson in. From the windup now. And that ball's hit. It may fall. And it does. Nice piece of hitting by Bird. And he's going to pick up the RBI. And St. John's on the board, 4-1. And that's another situation there, Gabe, where you're kind of stressed out. If you're the coach, you've got to be stressed out. It's like Bird hits a ball. The guy at first base would be at third right now, and you would have switched and still had 1 out with a chance to score 2 runs this inning. But now you got 2 outs and a man on first. Your number 5 hitter up. That ball's low and away. Ball 1. So Wybrick up, the first baseman. Gabe, what's Wybrick hitting?
Wybrick hitting?
His batting average.
A .333.
So he's batting .333 right now. And you got ball 1 with 1 strike. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Good cut. Wybrick just missed it. And the count goes to 1-2 with 2 outs. Wybrick's going to need to kind of shorten the swing up here as he protects the plate with 2 strikes. The delivery and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that'll end the inning. But not before St. Jim picks up a run as we go to the top of the 4th. St. Jim trailing 4-1. We'll be back in a moment.
Located right here in St. Genevieve, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales is a trusted name when it comes to keeping your vehicle looking and running its best. Known throughout the community for quality work and reliable service, Dwayne Doza and his team specialize in auto body repair, helping restore vehicles after accidents and bringing them back to life with expert care and attention to detail. But it doesn't stop there. At Dwayne Doza Auto Sales, you can also find a selection of dependable used vehicles, giving customers a chance to find the right car at the right price. What really sets them apart is their commitment to customers. With honest service, strong local roots, and years of experience, they've built a reputation people in St. Genevieve can count on. Whether you need repairs or you're searching for your next vehicle, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales is ready to help. Stop by and see why it's a go-to spot for drivers in the area.
All right, welcome back. Start the top of the fourth here. First pitch strike by Sutton. St. Gen trailing by 3 here as they scored 1 run last inning. That ball's hit off the end of the bat to Dom. The second baseman fields it cleanly, throws it to first. Out number 1 for St. Gen as they try to get back on track here. So 1 pitch, 1 down.
I never understood why they change out balls.
Sometimes the ball gets a cut on it or it's damaged, and normally when that happens, you want to try and get a ball that you can throw a little bit better. You can do a lot of different things as a pitcher with a damaged ball or not. The delivery, swing and a miss, strike 1. So Kaysen Moore, the number 8 batter, third baseman. Chips one to right field, line drive and caught. Nice job there by the right fielder. So Bowman able to track that down. Sutton had a 1-1 pitch, got him to go line out. That's 2 outs. And Sutton doing a good job here in the top of the fourth, so it's just thrown 3 pitches. From the windup, ball up, ball 1. So Sutton taking on the pitcher, Kyle Strong. Strong takes another ball as he looks to try and reach 2-0. That ball's hit by Strong to right field. It's going to hold up and caught.
3 outs.
Yes, Bowman able to bring that in. And this was the cleanest inning that St. Gen has had so far as they're trying to breathe new life into the offense. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, that's 3 up, 3 down, and St. Gen will go to bat when we come back.
It takes a community to build a great team, and that's why we are so proud to partner with Ciro's Family Restaurant, a downtown tradition for over 30 years. Ciro's is the perfect place to celebrate a win or just grab a great meal. From their famous pizzas to fantastic pasta and savory sandwiches, they've got all the fuel you need to get loud for the Dragons. Dine in, outdoor seating, or curbside pickup, however you want it. Ciro's delivers. Ciro's Family Restaurant, our sponsor and your spot for great food. Click on the QR code or go online to check out their updated menu at cirosrestaurant.com/menus.
You're watching the SGHS Sports Stream, brought to you by Ciro's Family Restaurant. For over 30 years, Ciro's has been serving up the best pizza, pasta, and suds in St. Genevieve. Grab a table, sit outside, or pre-order for curbside pickup. Ciro's Family Restaurant, downtown St. John's oldest family restaurant and a proud supporter of SGHS Sports. Click on the QR code or go online to check out their updated menu at cirosrestaurant.com menus. And that brings us to the bottom of the fourth. And Sawyer Bowman steps to the plate here. Bowman, number 6 hitter, and the right fielder, after catching 2 balls in last inning. Maybe that'll ride his way into his swing here as St. Gen looking to get a leadoff on. So with no outs, Bowman steps to the plate, and Strong delivers the first pitch.
Over to right field.
It's going to be a floater to the right and easily caught. As Bowman swings at the first pitch, pops it up, and that'll be out number 1.
Number 15, Brody Wolk.
So Brody Wolk will step to the plate here. Wolk singled his first time up between third and second. The delivery, and ball low. Wolk batting in the number 7 position. Hits this ball up, and it may carry, and it's going to. And Wolk got some
Center
extra
field.
bases with some wheels. He may try for 3, and he is. Nope. Coach holds him up, and nice job as Brody Walk hits a double. So stand-up double there, and new life for St. Gen with only 1 out.
Number 4,
That brings
Maddox
up
Sutton.
Maddox Sutton, the pitcher, and Sutton has an opportunity here to help his cause as the starting pitcher, trailing by 3, might be able to pick up an RBI. Sutton batting .375, has 3 RBIs on the season. Looking to try and maybe get 4 here. Base hit may do it. And first pitch is outside, curveball. Sutton thought about it, but he pulled back. And the count goes to 1-0. Sutton has an opportunity here. Sit on a fastball. Strone delivers. And that ball's hit hard to the right side.
field.
Perfect piece of hitting. And the right fielder was playing in shallow, so there was not going to be a play at the plate on that one. And now we got corners with 1 out. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Eli Bennett.
Number 30, Eli Bennett.
Bennett batting .182 with 4 RBIs. 6 walks. And looks like Coach Dunsy's going to come up and talk to his team here with runners on the corner. And only 1 out. You got your 9 and number 1 hitter coming up here in the order, provided you don't roll a double play or anything. And really all Bennett's got to do right now is drive one out to the outfield for a sacrifice fly. He just needs to sit back and hit something hard. So the conference on the mound's over as North County settles in, and Eli Bennett steps to the plate. Counts 0-0 with 1 out. He topped off one last at bat. Let's see what he can do here. Nice hard hit ball would be what St. Gen needs here. The delivery and ball inside up, and that'll be ball 1. So Strone starts off with a fastball trying to get ahead here. And Bennett, the number 9 hitter, sitting back trying to find something he can hit hard and out to the outfield. Ball low, and the count goes to 2-0. Sutton over there has some wheels himself. Could possibly go on a little pass ball, and that pitch is right there, but on the outside half. So the location looked good, just not on the corner. So the count 3-0, no doubt. Coach is going to have him take this pitch and hope for a walk. Strone's got a pretty good quick pitch back to first base, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He already got 1 guy out last inning. The delivery, and that pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. So with a 3-1 count, Bennett could sit back, look at a fastball, and if he doesn't get it, let it fly by, even if he gets a strike. He can pick his own pitch here.
It's 4 balls and then you walk, correct?
Correct. Sutton leads away. That ball's up in the air. Oh, my goodness. And what a mistake. What a mistake running there by Cody. Boy, oh, boy. So Brody basically had the pass, and he had the right jump, and then he stopped and then tried to commit again. Easily thrown out, and that's out number 2. And instead of having bases juiced with 1 out, another running mistake by St. Gen costs him, and we go to 2 outs. And that brings up Dominic Johnson. Johnson swings away at the first pitch for strike 1. And boy, Coach McDaniel was just shaking his head, put both hands on top of his head. He doesn't know what else to do right now. And that ball's hit. It may fall for
right
Johnson,
field.
and it's going to. And bases are going to be juiced as Dom laces one into right field. And now bases are juiced with 2 outs. And that brings up number 2 hitter, Connor Hill.
Connor will have a chance if he hits right down the center.
Hill with 5 RBIs on the season. Batting .294. From the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Also with 10
and
hits.
this pitcher definitely knows how to curve up Hill. Hill struggles with the curveball, and that's all the pitcher has given him is a steady dose of deuces. So 0-1 count with 2 outs. The delivery, another curveball in the dirt. And Hill holds off, and that goes to 1-1. So count back to even with 2 outs. St. Gen have ducks on the pond. That ball's up. Count goes to 2-1. Hill's only walked 4 times this season. He likes to swing. That ball's in the dirt. Count goes to 3-1. So now if you're Hill and the count's 3-1, bases juiced, sit on a fastball. And if it's a curveball, let it fly by. And there's the pitch right there. And strike 2. Belt high fastball. And Hill lets it go straight through. And the count goes to full. So with bases juiced, 3-2 count. Strong the pitcher for North County from the windup, the payoff pitch. Curveball strike, and he got him swinging. And that is out number 3. And so St. Gen strands 3 on after a promising start. Mismanaged run and goose egg to show for it. We go to the top of the 5th. St. Gen trailing by 3 as the score is 4-1. We'll be back in a moment.
You're watching the SGHS Sports Stream, brought to you by Ciro's Family Restaurant. For over 30 years, Ciro's has been serving the best pizza, pasta, and suds in Ste. Genevieve. Grab a table, sit outside, or pre-order for curbside pickup. Ciro's Family Restaurant, downtown, St. Gen's oldest family restaurant and a proud sponsor of SGHS Sports. Click on the QR code or go online to check out their updated menu at cirosrestaurant.com/menus.
All right, back at the top of the 5th. St. Gen trailing 4-1 as North County goes to the plate. St. Gen not making good on one of their best opportunities with the bases juiced. That brings up number 1, Noah Lindsay, the number 1 hitters in the 1 hole. Sutton from the windup, the delivery. Lindsay looks to bunt. Kind of taps it foul, and that's strike number 1. In all, Sutton's pitched a pretty decent game. There's only 1 inning, really, that they scored a run that was earned with 3 hits. But the rest was, the other 3 runs were not of his doing. And Sutton hits the runner, or the batter, right in the arm. And that'll be a dead ball. Coach and Sutton kind of curious as to, batter didn't really get out of the way. He kind of leaned into it. And the rule is you've got to get out of the way or attempt to get out of the way. You can't just like lean in and take a pitch into the arm. And that's what they're complaining about right here on this situation, especially when you're batting and the ball's coming at you, you have to turn in. And he didn't move his shoulder. He just took a hit. And that's the argument Coach McDaniel's making. The appeal will go on deaf ears. And we got a man on first. No outs. And that brings up number 4, Zach Medor, the catcher. Batting from the left side. Lindsay pretty fast over there first, gets a lead. And that ball's hit to the right side, and it's going to go to the fence into the right field. Lindsay with wheels may try to score here. Dom gets the ball in, and nice job by St. Gen getting the ball in, and we've got runners at second and third with no outs, and that brings up the number 4 hitter, or I'm sorry, the number 3 hitter, Maddox Bosler, the first baseman. So definitely not what you want to see here. So a little conference on the mound here with runners in scoring position with no outs. And their number 3 hitter, all he's got to do is drive something out into the outfield for an RBI sack. And North County knocking on the door here. So Bosler steps in. Fresh count. St. Gen trailing by 3. The delivery. Ball's fouled away. Swing and a miss, or swing and a foul, I should say. Strike 1. Sutton been pretty good getting ahead. His only mistake this inning is hitting the batter for the leadoff, and that led to where we're at now. So the count's 0-1. We'll see if Sutton can pitch his way out of here. The delivery. That ball's hit hard to right field. Good piece of hitting there by Bosler. And there's going to be a nice little cutoff there. And now we got him on the corners. And that'll be 1 run. So RBI by Bosler. Nice piece of hitting. Line drive to right field.
Currently 5-1 now.
Yep. So St. Gen trailing by 4 again. And there's one thing that's difficult in baseball is digging yourself out of a hole. Anytime you find yourself giving up runs, digging yourself out is a very difficult task.
Oh, I believe it.
So with runners on the corner, no outs, Sutton tries to gather himself up here. The delivery. First pitch strike, curveball low. Nice job. So the number 4 hitter, Scherfius, is up. Scherfius has hit the ball hard today. The delivery. Ball up. Count goes back to 1-1. Lead runner at third. They could just settle for a double play. 1-1 count. Scherfius is looking it in. There's a hit and run. That ball's hit to the center fielder. It's going to be caught by the center fielder, and that'll be a sac fly. So nice job by Scherfius to hit that ball deep. Tag and a score here on third. 2 runs have scored this inning, but that'll be out number 1 with a man at first base. They'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Will Weibel, the DH. So Bosler leads away from first. They look to bunt. That'll be a strike as he pulls it back. And Sutton starts the count 0-1. So Weibel, 0-1. Sutton from the stretch delivers. Ball upstairs, gets him to swing. And Weibel chases. And the count goes to 0-2 with 1 out. What I've noticed about North County, Gabe, is that they are a very good, disciplined hitting team, even when they're behind in the count.
Oh, I can see that.
Very few strikeouts. That ball's in the dirt, and even though he keeps it in front, that's going to be a pass ball, and Bosler's going to advance to second. And so with 1 out, the count goes to 1-2.
You can see Bird starting to get a little irritated.
So with 1 out, and now in scoring position, Bosler over at second base. Counts 1-2. We'll see if Sutton can roll him a chair here. And Bird calling a little play here. Sutton looks a sign in. Likes what he sees. Becomes set. Bosler leads away from second. 1-2 count. And the delivery. Fouled away. So we'll stay at a 1-2 count with one out. As the winds kind of died down a little bit. So Weibel, the DH, behind in the count. Looking to make contact here. As North County extends their lead, 6-1. Sutton comes set as Bosler dances around at second. Quick pitch back. And Sutton just wants him to know I know you're there. The 1-2 count to Weibel. Number 5 hitter. Sutton looks to deliver, and that ball gets past Bird, and that's going to be another passed ball.
Another base for the opposing team.
So now we've got the runners at third with just one out, and the count goes to 2-2. And Weibel just needs to either hit one to the right side or drive it into the outfield somewhere for an RBI. Let's see if Sutton can finish him off here. Deep breath by Sutton as he comes set. The delivery. Can't get Weibel to chase, and the count goes to 3-2. Great job by the hitter working the count back. So with a full boat on the board, the payoff pitch. And that ball's fouled barely to the left side. And the count remains 3-2. Boswell leads away from third. Nobody keeping him on. The delivery. And that ball's upstairs. Can't stay on top. And nice piece of hitting there by Weibel, who starts with an 0-2 count and ends up walking. Now you got runners at first and third with one out. And this has not been Sutton's inning. It's going deep into the 5th inning. He's starting to throw a few pitches here. So let's see what Dunsey does here. Score 6-1. Number 22, the right fielder Connor Klein, is at the plate. Must have missed the sign as he talks to his coach real quick. And there's any number of things that he can do here. He could hit and run with an 0-0 count. He could bunt him. You could have him swing away. He's showing bunt right now. The delivery, and he pulls it back. Throw to second. It's going to be cut off halfway by Dom, hoping to try and maybe catch the runner at third, and no go, and that'll be a stolen base. And now second and third, a base hit by Klein, be a 2 RBI hit. So the count 0-1 here. Let's see what Sutton can finish him off here. From the stretch, the delivery. That ball's hit right up the middle. And he's going to hold him up, and they're going to stick on the corners, and that'll be an RBI single for Klein. And the merry-go-round continues here.
Now it is currently 7-1.
Number 9, Kendrick Simon.
Simon, the shortstop. Comes to the plate. Simon, the number 7 hitter for North County. And with one out, North County hungry for some more runs. Let's see what happens here. One out, top of the 5th. Sutton delivers. First pitch strike. Coach gives a sign over there at third. Simon sets back in the box here. Sutton gets a pitch he wants. Let's see how he goes. Nice curveball. Looked like he got him to go, and he did, and that's strike 2. 0-2 count here as Sutton's up in the count with 1 out. And as Gabe said, the score is 7-1. The delivery. That ball's in the dirt. And they're going to score on a wild pitch
8-1.
as runners advance. So runner on second. And that's 4 runs this inning so far, starting with a hit batsman.
Say, Banks, do you think that St. Genevieve will still have a chance?
It's becoming a lot harder. You're going against a team that's 11-3. They can swing offensively. And we are not helping our cause with a lot of the errors that we're making out in the outfield or on offense on base running errors.
Oh, yeah.
St. Gen's really run themselves out of innings. And that's a mental aspect of the game that can be helped. Timeout called by the batter as he steps out. Count goes to 1-2 with 1 out, man on third. Sutton getting deep into pitches here. Shakes off that. Likes what he likes. He's going to come set. Checks the runner over. And the delivery. That ball's hit hard to the right side, and it's going to fall. Bowman not going to be able to get to it. Gets the ball in. No chance at home plate, and that's going to be an RBI. So an RBI single there. And a good piece of hitting there by Simon, the shortstop. That brings up Kason Moore, the number 8 hitter. Moore, the third baseman. There's another runner on. And this has not been a kind inning to St. Gen, as 5 have been on the board. And we still only have 1 out. Sutton comes set with a man at first. The delivery, ball up. So from the stretch, the delivery, ball in the dirt. And the count goes to 2-0. So Moore can sit on a fastball here. The delivery, and the ball's up, 3-0. And at some point, McDaniel may have to go to a bullpen. I know he's hoping that Sutton can dial up at least 2 more outs here somehow. The delivery, bottom corner, strike. 3-1 count with 1 out. And not much to write home about. Sutton comes set and delivers, curveball, fouled away, and the count goes to 3-2. So great job Sutton battling back here.
He almost hit it, too.
Yep. Nine to 1. St. Gen trailing by 8. The delivery, ball upstairs. And now we got runners at second and first. And out comes McDaniel, and this may be it for Sutton.
9-1.
And Sutton looks tired. So coach kind of taking a little quick timeout here, trying to change up a little bit the pace, talking with his infield and his pitcher. Looks like he may stay with Sutton. Try to get him out. So after the quick talk, Coach McDaniel's going to leave Sutton in to try and finish this inning. See if the junior can find the inspiration here. So that brings up the number 9 hitter and the pitcher, Kyle Strong. Strawn had a pretty good day today so far. He's only given up one run, and he's swung the bat pretty well today too. So second and third with one out. Sutton digs in. Fouled off. Counts 0-1. So it was real hot there for a little bit, but it's starting to cool off just enough to where it feels really nice out.
Oh, yeah, it feels great out here.
Little light breeze. Sun's not bearing down on anybody. And that's a missed bunt. That's strike two. So Sutton gets ahead 0-2 with one out.
What would you do if you were the coach of St. Genevieve's team right now?
Well, you've got a number of holes that you got to fill, and a lot of the games that I've been watching is a lot of mental mistakes from younger players, and that's always to be expected. There's nothing you can do about that. Experience helps, obviously. The more you play, the more you learn from the mistakes that you make. And as a team, what you try to work through is making the least amount of mistakes during a game as possible. I mean, obviously you don't want any, but
Right.
that when you've got a young team like St. Gen, that happens. St. Gen had, they don't really have senior pitching that, an older pitching that most teams generally have that can help control and be a part of things. Offensively, they don't have a string of hitters that absolutely light it up. So you look at a team that maybe might score anywhere from 2 to 3 runs a game on average against good teams, which means your defense has to play really strong. And defense is something that you can work on really, really well. And that is a mental aspect of the game and a physical aspect of the game that in practice, when you're taking batting practice or anything else, that you can work on. And this team may need a little more seasoning on that end, but it also comes down to leadership too. And if you've got a couple leaders who lead by example or lead by design, that could definitely benefit a team and move it forward by leaps and bounds. But leadership is not something that you can dial up and ask somebody to do. It is something that's instilled in a player, and they just do it naturally. And it's something that comes out in this kind of situation. So for St. Gen right now, they're a young team that needs a little bit more experience. They need a little more confidence, maybe a little bit more leadership. But ultimately, it's just a down year for them. They can bounce back from this. They have some good athletes on this team.
Oh, yeah.
They just need to put together a little bit of a streak and work together a little harder to minimize mistakes. And missed ball there by the first baseman.
The one thing I do see is North County's team, a lot of them are being really inspirational to the players. But if you look over at the dugout on our side, or as they would see it, St. Genevieve's side, you don't really hear anybody doing it.
No, and it's hard to be pumped up and positive when you're down, especially 9-1. It's not something that this team is this is new for them. I mean, it's been from the beginning of the season, and they're trying to push through it. And that's a tough thing to do. It's tough to ask a team to do. Nothing is harder than going through a season that you're struggling, because you know it, the fans know it, the coach knows it, and it's like, what is the right ingredient to try and dig yourself out of that? And
Right.
And sometimes it could be an inspirational game. It could be an inspirational person. Sometimes you can't. You just got to fight through, and just finishing the season all together, even if it's not in the most positive, it might be a big win. And then getting that same team to show up the next year and not have a bunch of people quit, but work harder to be better, that's what makes a team special. This team over here, they got a lot of older kids. They got some big kids. They got a lot of arms. I was talking to Coach Dunsey before the game, and I asked him about his team, and he told me that they've got a doubleheader tomorrow, and they have another game on Saturday. So you're looking at them playing 4 games in 3 days. And I looked at him and I said, my gosh, I mean, where do you come up with the pitching? And he said, we've been blessed to have a number of arms. He said, we don't have anybody outstanding that just absolutely blows you away. We just got guys who can throw the ball. And by design, he's like, we can throw enough to where we have the pitching that we can do something like this. And so that's why we're doing it. And they definitely swing the bat really well. They don't get cheated on their swings. They work the count. They're disciplined. And they're aggressive. I mean, they've gotten thrown out a couple times, but they don't care. You know, they just keep coming at you. And that's the sign of a successful club. And they're just, you know, North County is a solid team this season. And you got to give your hats off to them. And St. Gen's just going through some growing pains. But, you know, the season's not even remotely close to being over yet. And they've got some more games on the books to come to. And they can still turn this around. And, you know, honestly, if they can come out of the season at 500 or just a tad above 500, that's a winning season. But you have to show growth. Even when you're struggling, you have to show growth.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to decline. And that's a tall order. It sounds easy, but it's not, especially when you have, you know, some people who are struggling emotionally. You have somebody to pick them up, and it's tough when the situation's not good. And that's the thing about baseball. It's a very mental game. Like right now, I mean, every player needs to be thinking about scenarios. If the ball's hit to me, where do I go with it?
Right.
If I catch it and it's a line drive, where do I go with it? You know, that's what they're looking at right now. If I'm an outfielder and this ball's hit to me on the ground, what's my best bet? If I catch the ball, am I really going to be able to throw the guy out at home plate, or do I throw it to third base and try to keep them from advancing? These are the things that you have to continually, you know, focus on. And then if you're in the infield, it's like you got to force out at every base right now. So if you have the ability, you throw the ball home, and the catcher has to be aware of that and standing on home plate to catch the ball for a force out. So there's just a number of so many variables. It's you know, you could spend, and you talk to these pros, coaches who've been doing this for a lifetime, and they can tell you that they are constantly still learning. One of my favorite players of all time that I used to I read his book, and I really idolized him as a baseball player was Ted Williams. Ted Williams was an animal. He was a student of the game. He said he always had somebody in the dugout who basically would mirror him, and he goes, every time that he'd go to the plate, whether he hit the ball, whether he didn't hit the ball, struck out or whatever, he went and asked him what he did. You know, because they didn't have, like they have now, camcorders and stuff like that where they can record and then after the game watch all their hits and everything, you know. And so Williams, he wrote a book called The Art of Hitting after he retired, and he talked about how to swing the bat, the mental aspect of the game, and I mean, he was very disciplined. The only other player that I could think of who, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, so you take it for what it's worth, but the only other hitter that I can remember who was very much like him was Tony Gwynn. Gwynn would every day after his hits, I mean, he was methodical student of the game, and his lifetime batting average was almost 400. That's insane. So
that's crazy.
That means every year he's almost averaging, when he goes to the plate, 3 or 4 hits every 10 at bats, and that's just an impressive thing.
The closest player to him would be Wybrick.
Oh, on theirs? Yeah, but you're talking, there's a hit there into the outfield with bases juiced. They're going to get the ball in, and there's going to be a play at the plate. They got him. Nice play there by Wybrick, throwing it in. And Bird puts the tag on, and that'll be out number 2. But not before they score 7 runs so far. And there's still 2 outs. So the score is 11-1. And they are up by 10, which means in the bottom of the 5th, if we do not score a run, that'll be a 10-run game, and that'll be the end at the end of 5. Pitch low and inside. Nice pitch on the outside half. And right now it looks like they have Noah Abishan on the mound for St. Gen as the count goes to 1-1 with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. So Noah looking to try and end the pain here for the 5th inning. Delivers, ball's outside. Abishan comes set, the delivery. Nice pitch, and he sits in a chair, and Abishan retires aside. But not before the damage is done, as North County puts 7 on the board in the 5th inning. And that takes us to the bottom of the 5th. St. Gen trailing 11-1. And we'll be back after this.
You're watching the SGHS Sports Stream, brought to you by Ciro's Family Restaurant. For over 30 years, Ciro's has been serving the best pizza, pasta, and suds in Ste. Genevieve. Grab a table, sit outside, or pre-order for curbside pickup. Ciro's Family Restaurant downtown, St. Gen's oldest family restaurant and a proud sponsor of SGHS Sports. Click on the QR code or go online to check out their updated menu at cirosrestaurant.com/menus.
All right, getting back to bottom of the 5th here. St. Gen trailing by 10. And Strong staying in for North County. Dials up a ball here to start the bottom of the 5th. Noah Willett up from the windup, and the ball is hit up the middle. It's going to be flagged and knocked down, but no go, and that's going to be a base hit for Willett, who's able to run that out. As it took kind of an odd hit. It hit off the mound and took a big hop. I think if he come up clean with it, he doesn't feel that. So Bird, big hit last at bat. Apparently went 4 for 4 in the last game he played in. Comes to the plate here. Bird batting .360 for St. Gen. Willett goes away, and Bird puts the ball on it. It could be a double play. They're not going to get him.
Looks like safe at first base.
Yep. So Willett's out at second on the force play. Bird will stay at first. And that brings up number 11, Weibert, batting .333 here. We'll see what Weibert's got here. Bird leads away. That ball's hit on a dime, caught by the shortstop, and was looking for the force play over at first, but Bird is able to get back as Weibert hit that about as hard as you can hit it.
Let's see if Bowman can change the game here.
So Bowman batting .280 coming in with 2 outs.
34, Sawyer Bowman.
Bowman sets in. Strong delivers a curveball. A little upstairs. Ball 1. Bird leads away here. As Strong comes set. And he throws the ball to the outside corner, and it's ball 2. So the count 2-0 with 2 outs. And Sawyer has an opportunity to drive one here if he gets it. belt high. And count goes to 3-0, and I know McDaniel's going to have him take. You can't have him swinging away at slop here. So 3-0 with 2 outs. Man at first. Strong just kind of leisurely throws that one up for a strike. And the count goes to 3-1. We'll see what Bowman does here as Bird leads away. That ball's tagged, and it's going to go far. And that's going to go to the fence, and they're going to send Bird in. And Bowman, with a double, gets the RBI. And now the score is 11-2. And we're going to take this to another inning. So Bowman picks himself up an RBI with a long ball. And Brody Wolk will step in. Brody swung the bat pretty well, just unfortunately made a pretty tough running error when he was on third. And the count goes to 0-1. So 2 down. And the delivery, swing and a miss, strike 2. So 0-2 count here, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. St. Gen trails by 9. Curveball in the dirt, and Sawyer's going to stay put. Sawyer doesn't exactly have supreme wheels on the base path, so if he's going to go, you've got to make sure he gets there. So 1-2 count, 2 down, bottom of the 5th. Brody sets in at the batter's box. The delivery, that ball's hit straight up in the air. It's going to tail off to the left, may stay in play for the third baseman, and he gets a bad read on it and just misses it as the ball came back. And the wind definitely played a little bit of havoc on that because that ball normally looked like it was going out, and the wind blew it right back in. So Brody's thinking upper level disturbances here for the wind. We go into a 1-2 count with 2 outs. 11-2, the pitcher comes set. The delivery, that ball's fouled off Brody's foot as he stays alive. And coach wants to talk to him real quick, see if he's all right. So Walt, the number 7 hitter in left field, steps in. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Strone's pitched a beauty so far for North County. Gets the sign finally. Bowman leads off from second. The delivery, ball outside, and the count goes to deuces. So deuces wild, 2 outs, 11-2. Wind's blowing straight out to center. And that's strike 3. So Strone throws Woke a chair, and that ends that inning, and we'll go to the top of the 6th as St. Gen trails 11-2. We'll be back. All right, coming in. Top of the 6th inning, St. Gen trailing 11-2 here. As top of the lineup. Well, middle of the lineup is Sherfy's the number 4 hitter. Comes up to hit. Sherfy's has knocked the cover off the ball today. And he takes a ball high to start the inning off. Abishan, the pitcher from the windup, delivers. Ball in the dirt. Abishan, a freshman. Doesn't have too many innings pitched here. And Sherfy goes downstairs, hits the ball into right center that's muffled by the right fielder, and he's going to get extra bases. And Sherfy is now at second base with no outs. That brings up the number 5 hitter, Will Weibel, the DH. Weibel walked last at bat.
Now batting number 12, Jackson Hahn.
So Jackson Hahn, the left fielder, is going to go ahead and hit for himself as they kill the DH. And they're going to let the left fielder hit. So with no outs, and Sherfy is over at second base. The freshman, Abishan, delivers. Ball upstairs. That's ball 1. Went for a curveball, couldn't get it to cut. And the count goes to 1-0. Top of the 6th, if you're just joining us. Swing and a miss, or swinging, I should say, a foul back. Hahn. Count goes to 1-1 for Hahn at the plate. Abishan from the stretch. Checks Sherfy out at second, delivers. Ball's hit to third, and it's going to be flagged by Bennett, and Bennett's able to throw the runner out, and he kept Sherfy on. So Sherfy stays at second base. And that brings up Connor Klein, the right fielder.
Number 22, Connor Klein.
Klein drilled one last at bat. Let's see how he does against Noah. So Abishan comes set, gets the sign, delivers, and pass ball. That'll be an extra base for Sherfius. And now all Klein has to do is put this ball to the right side on the ground or somewhere deep in the air, and that'll be an RBI. So the count's 1-0. Klein can sit on a fastball if he likes. Abishan delivers, and that ball's hit straight at and hard to shortstop. He can't handle it, and that's going to go out to the outfield. And that was a tough play, so that will go down as a hit as Klein gets the RBI single.
Number 9,
Tough ball to handle.
North County is 10 points ahead of the Dragons.
10 runs, yep. So now we're back to 12-2 with only one out, man at first. The delivery, that ball's hit hard into left center, and it's going to float. And off the glove, and it's going to be extra bases. And they're going to send him home, and that'll be extra bases there. Tough ball to catch, but still very catchable off the glove to the left fielder. And North County's going to score. And Klein standing up over there at third. So Moore, number 20, the third baseman, steps in. Number 8 hitter. Just one out. And North County puts 2 more on the board. Abishan delivers. Strike one. Boy, and these guys are playing today. They turn around and play a doubleheader tomorrow. 10 o'clock, I think he said 10 or 11 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock in a wooden bat league.
Wooden bat league, huh?
Yep. Swing and a miss. And Moore wanted to knock the cover off that as he came out of his shoes on that swing. 0-2 with 1 out. Moore trying to drive something here off the freshman, Abishan. Timeout called. As Moore steps back in. Abishan comes set. He's going to stay from the stretch. Delivers one low. Ball 1. So the count goes to 1-2 with 1 out. Noah comes set. The delivery fouled off. As Moore is just a little too ahead right now. So the count 1-2. The delivery hit on the ground. It's going to stay fair. They're going to go for it over at 1, and Bennett's going to overthrow the first baseman. And there's a little bit of a collision there between the runner and the first baseman. And that'll be a dead ball at this juncture. And looks like they're going to call that a foul ball. So they're going to battle again as the count goes to 1-2 with 1 out. So Moore gets a relive here as he respawns. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And this time he goes down swinging. So 2 outs as Abishan rolls him a chair, gets the K. And that brings up number 20, number 3, Kyle Strawn, the pitcher. Strawn has had a good game, only allowed 2 runs on a handful of hits. And he swung the bat quite well in the number 9 spot today. Ball 1. The delivery, and that ball's hit on the ground, fielded by the shortstop, thrown over to first for the out, and St. Gen gets out of the inning, but not before 2-run score. And the score goes to 13-2. St. Gen's going to have to score at least 2 runs to stay in for another inning. We'll be back in a moment.
Located right here in St. Genevieve, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales is a trusted name when it comes to keeping your vehicle looking and running its best. Known throughout the community for quality work and reliable service, Dwayne Doza and his team specialize in auto body repair, helping restore vehicles after accidents and bringing them back to life with expert care and attention to detail. But it doesn't stop there. At Dwayne Doza Auto Sales, you can also find a selection of dependable used vehicles, giving customers a chance to find the right car at the right price. What really sets them apart is their commitment to customers. With honest service, strong local roots, and years of experience, they've built a reputation people in St. Genevieve can count on. Whether you need repairs or you're searching for your next vehicle, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales is ready to help. Stop by and see why it's a go-to spot for drivers in the area.
And
Maddox Sutton will come to the plate here. Sutton, who started off the pitching today. takes a strike first pitch. Number 8 batter. Nice pitch. Strong still throwing darts. He goes 0-2. And a great job here by him. He's from the windup. The delivery. Ball low. And the count goes to 1-2. Swing and a miss, fouled off. And that'll go strike 1, or strike 2, I should say. Ball's off the catcher. Checking him out here. So Maddox steps back in. Strong on the mound. 1-2 count. Oh, no outs. 13-2. St. Gen trailing. Maddox chunks one off the ground. Back to the pitcher. The pitcher sends one off the base, and that'll be a throwing error by the pitcher. And Maddox reaches. So with no outs, Maddox reaches on an error. And that brings Eli Bennett to the plate. Bennett, the number 9 hitter, steps up with first pitch strike. Strom painting the corners here. Sutton leads away. The delivery, swing and a miss. And the count goes 1-1. So Bennett 1-1. As Sutton leads away, Strom, the pitcher for North County, comes set. The delivery, and that ball's in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher. And the count goes to 2-1. Barring a miracle, North County looks like they're going to go on to their 12th win of the season, as they might go 12-3. That ball's up. The count goes to 2-2. St. Gen looking to possibly have a hard time overcoming the score here with a fly ball to right field. St. Gen could fall to 4-8, as they only have 4 wins on the season. Dom, the leadoff, will step up to the plate. So with 1 out, counts 0-0. The pitcher Strong, who's been in the entire game for North County, comes set and delivers. Ball a little outside. Strong's got a good job keeping the ball down today, hitting the spots. And he's got a little bit of zip on his ball. He comes set and sends. And ball outside again. Comes set, the delivery, ball's in the dirt. Another good job by the catcher keeping the ball in front as the count goes to 3-0. No doubt it's a take sign. So free pitch here. See if he can connect. Nice pitch. 3-1 with 1 out. St. Gen trailing 13-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for St. Gen here. The delivery, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Strom battling back as the count goes to full with 1 out. Dom, the leadoff here. Strong comes set. The payoff pitch. Ball upstairs, and that'll be ball 4. And now St. Gen, with runners at second and first and only 1 out, brings up Connor Hill. Hill had a little trouble today with the curveball. And Dunsey comes out. And that'll be it for Strong, as Dunsey's going to let someone else finish it, I think. And he does, as I think he wants to go home after this. So Dunsey has a relief pitcher coming on. Strone's out. And he's pitched a beauty today. Just allowed 2 runs. And looks like number 20, Kason Moore, the third baseman, is going to step up to the mound in relief. He's going to try and bring his team home here as there's just 1 out. And runners on second and first. St. Gen knocking on the door to put some runs on the board here.
Feels a little bit cooler now.
Yeah, once that sun goes behind clouds and trees and stuff, it cools down pretty quick. I know we're supposed to get a little bit cooler weather coming up after tomorrow. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, will be in the 60s, and it'll get down to maybe the upper 30s or 40s at night. But they're expecting some rain here and there, so I wouldn't break out the fire pit just yet.
Unless you don't want it to be put out.
Maybe, but I wouldn't sit out in it either. Yeah. So Kason Moore, again, the third baseman, is stepping in to relief pitch here. They brought number 15, Noah Abishon, in to switch his position. And Strone, the pitcher, takes a walk down to the dugout and hopes his teammate can shut this one out. So that brings up Connor Hill, the shortstop, batting in the number 2 slot today. Now it's 0-0. No balls, no strikes, 1 out, down by a large margin of 11. The delivery, ball up. One of the hardest things to do is for a relief pitcher to come in and start zinging strikes right off the bat, normally because they're not warmed up. The pitch, that ball's low. So the count goes to 2-0. He'll get himself a fastball. He might be able to take advantage of it. Quick snap back to first. Nobody there. And Moore delivers one. It's hit up in the air. It's going to hold up to right field. It's going to be caught. There's a tag, but he stays put as he'd been hosed immediately. Good arm by the right fielder. And that's out number 2. So on a 2-0 pitch, Hill flies out to right field. And now it's all up to Noah Willett, the number 3 hitter. And with 2 down and 2 men on, trailing by 11. Time is not with St. Genevieve. Strike 1 on a curveball first pitch. Good start. So Moore settling in here. Taking a little while to get the pitch he wants from the catcher. Willett steps back in. Moore likes what he sees. Delivers. Curveball outside, ball 1. So 1-1 with 2 outs. Scores 13-2. St. Gen trailing by 11. It's bottom of the 6th. This could be it if North County shuts it down. A swing and a miss on a curveball in the dirt as Moore gets him to chase. And the count goes to 1-2 with 2 outs. 13-2. Moore shakes off a couple signs here and steps off. Moore steps back up, gets the pitch. 1-2 pitch. That ball's right over the middle and freezes him. And that's strike 3. And that'll end the game. So Moore sends Willett the chair. And that'll be it as North County wins by 11 to end the bottom of the 6th as they advance to a 12-3 record. St. Gen falls to a 4-8 record. And that'll be it for tonight's game. Well, first game in, what do you think?
I think it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Watching these guys go back and forth on it. A
Yeah.
lot of these guys got some very huge competition amongst one another.
Yes, they do. And hopefully St. J can learn from this experience. North County will move on to a doubleheader tomorrow and one more after that. St. Gen, I think, has a game out of town tomorrow. Not for sure. I don't have they're sitting in front of me, but anyway, that's it. Not much to write home about on this one.
Not really.
So that's a wrap from SGHS Sports Stream, home of the Dragons. Don't miss a minute of Dragon Sports. Scan our QR codes at the game to jump straight to live coverage, podcasts, and more. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a broadcast. Find us anytime at sgdragons.org by clicking the Sports Stream icon. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Dragons. Gabe, thanks for showing up, bud.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, take care. And that's a cut.